don't know about you, but I stress a lot when I know I have like a date coming up or an event and I don't know how to do my makeup, because for stuff like this, you obviously want to do your makeup, but you don't want it to look too overdone, too glam or cakey. But on the other side, you don't want to look like you're not very put together, you don't know how to do your makeup. You kind of have to find that happy medium, right? And that can be really hard to do, but I've pretty much mastered this technique and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it in this video. I go into all the details and yeah, I basically teach you all my tips and tricks to achieve this look. So if you like the way this looks, you definitely wanna stick around for this video. Stay till the end because there's a lot of really important steps that matter to the finished result. And honestly, I do feel like anyone can achieve this look with the techniques that I'm about to teach you. It's really not too hard, but it's perfect for dates, events, pictures, anything like that where you really just want to look healthy and put together and just like your best self. So if that sounds like something you're into, keep on watching and let's get right into it. So when I'm going to an event, I really want my skin to look good. Very flawless in person, and half of the battle to achieve that is good skincare. So the event that I'm going to is actually hosted by Caudalie. You've probably heard of them. They're pretty iconic. They do skincare and they're very thoughtful formulas, very good formulas. I haven't had an issue with literally any of the products that I've tried by them, and their ingredients are clean, which just, I love that so much. This isn't sponsored, by the way. I just thought I'm going to a Caudalie event. I might as well use my Caudalie skincare and show you guys what I use because I use this stuff a lot. I'm going to start by applying a nice healthy layer of the Caudalie Vino Perfect Radiance Serum. And this is just my go-to serum that I like to use when I need a reliable base that my makeup's going to look good sitting on top. It's not too heavy and greasy that it's going to slide around, but it's also not too light where my face is going to be kind of dry and crusty. This is just perfect. You can't really tell because I shook it up, but I have about a third of a bottle of this left and I've already gone through a couple bottles of this. I love this serum. I will link this one down below if you want to check it out. And everything I talk about in today's video will be linked there as well. Speaking of which, before you guys even ask, I will link this mirror down below. It's by Flower Nose, and I always get questions about my mirrors. This one is so cute. It's got little pink flowers all over it. Oh my gosh, I just love it so much. Clearly, I apply a decent amount of that serum, but once I work it into the skin, it really absorbs nicely and leaves the skin feeling super hydrated. I just like to work this in with my fingers. The serum is kind of crazy. I feel like it actually reduces my fine lines because before I applied this, I had these really thin little creases that I was noticing in my forehead because my skin was so dry, and they literally just disappeared. I love this stuff. We can't forget eye cream, but here's a tip. Don't apply too much eye cream, especially if you want your makeup to last all day. A big mistake I see people make is they apply way too much eye cream, and then that's immediately when their concealer starts to crease, so don't do that. I'm going in with the Caudalie Vino Perfect Brightening Eye Cream. This is a really good light eye cream, super comfortable to wear underneath makeup, under the eyes. Lightweight formula so your concealer does not crease as much. Immediately, my skin feels so much better. But I do want to add one final step. Usually if I'm going on a date or going somewhere special, I like to keep my skincare super minimal because if you use good skincare, you don't need 10 products. These two products really just do enough for me to wear them in a nice thin layer under my makeup, and then my makeup actually stays in place. It's not slip slide and all over. Anyways, to finish off the skincare, going in with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. And when I tell you, I've been using this product for a decade, I've gone through bottles of this stuff. This was one of the first real skincare products that I actually invested in my professional makeup kit and my personal routine actually as well. This is so nice for clients if you want to just quick refresh. It smells so good. I just like to spritz a little bit on my skin to finish my skincare just because I feel like it kind of locks everything in and gives me this like calming feeling. It straight up smells like a spa. I mentioned that I really want my skin to look amazing for dates, for events, like in person. If you have really good skin, it really boosts your entire look. So I've mentioned this product on my channel before, and I'm gonna mention it again because when I need good skin, I can always rely on this. I'm using the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I actually mix two colors because this one is a little bit too yellow and this one is a little bit too pink. So mixed together, they make my perfect shade. But I think they just launched a new shade that is kind of in the middle. So I'm really excited to try that one. Hopefully that's my perfect match. So usually with those foundations, I apply one pump of each on the back of my hand, but I'm gonna add something a little extra which is a little risky, but I do want to try this product. This is the One Size B12 Base Thinner Vitamin Pearl Serum. And you're supposed to just mix this with your foundation and it kind of thins it out and adds a little bit of glow. So we're gonna try this, and I'm a little scared because when I need to look good somewhere, I don't typically introduce new products, but we're playing with a couple new products today, so cross your fingers for me. I'm gonna start with a little bit of that base thinner. I'm only gonna use a little, like that much. A little bit of the yellow shade, a little bit of the pink shade. I'm gonna mix that all together on the back of my hand. That consistency feels pretty good. I'm a little nervous about it being too pearly, but we'll see. It looks not bad. Nice thin consistency. The reason I wanted to do this is because I really like this foundation on its own, but typically speaking, I prefer the look of more of a skin tint, but I wanted a little extra coverage today since I'm going to an event, so I'm hoping this kind of makes the perfect formula for me. I'm just blending that out with my Hourglass foundation brush. This is the best foundation brush ever, I kid you not. It just makes everything look so seamless, no streaks. It's kind of like a beauty blender, but in a brush form. I'm gonna add some definition to the face using the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. I'm just applying that to the outskirts of my face pretty sparingly. I don't want my contour to look too intense for this look. I'm applying a little bit on my cheekbones, on my forehead, and a little tiny bit on my jawline as well. I'm really being careful to blend that out very effortlessly. I don't want to see any harsh lines. And then anything I have left over on my brush, I'm just gonna apply a little bit to the edges of my nose. And by the way, the brush I'm using to do all this is my Revela dual-ended brush. I will link it down below. It's so good for cream product application. I love the way that cream contour looks. It's not too cool, but it's not too warm either. Let's apply some cream blush now. PatMcGrath just came out with 4 new shades of their cream powder blush duos, and I love every single shade. I've been dying to try them. This is the first shade that I'm trying. I'm going in with the shade She Goes to the Gym. I've been living for a really pretty mauve-y blush shade, and this is right up my alley. I'm so curious to see what this looks like on my skin. I know there's some debate on whether or not to go with cream first or powder first, but I'm picking up cream first on my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe 03 brush. And I'm just applying a small amount of that, mainly focusing it to the apples of my cheeks instead of bringing it really high for a lifted look. That is a really pretty, natural, mauve-y, almost kind of berryish shade. I think it gives a nice flush to the cheeks. I'm gonna wait to put powder on top until after I'm done all the rest of the cream, so let's move on. Kosas recently came out with brighteners, so I'm gonna try one of them today. This is their Revela Extra Bright Serum Powered Color Corrector in the shade Magic. And they changed their applicator a bit. This one's a lot more precise. So I'm only applying a tiny little bit of this underneath my eyes where I have discoloration, just because I want my under eyes to look really bright today. I'm just blending that out with a Tennille Jai concealer brush, making sure not to apply that too much in the creases underneath my eyes. I'm avoiding any major lines. Okay, so that definitely brightened the under eyes, which is nice. It's kind of hard for me as someone who's so pale to find a brightener that actually brightens, but this looks like it did a pretty good job at correcting the discoloration. But is it gonna behave well with concealer on top? I guess we'll find out. I'm going in with the Armani Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Concealer. This is my favorite concealer. And I'm applying this pretty sparingly, obviously underneath the eyes, on top of any blemishes, on my chin, forehead, just really the center points of my face. And then I'm just blending this out using that same brush. This concealer really doesn't crease on me, which I appreciate. It's my go-to for every day, but especially my go-to for a date night or an event or something like that. It's medium buildable coverage without being heavy. All right, so concealer is done. I think the under eyes look maybe a little bit brighter than normal. They haven't been powdered yet, so it's hard to say, but I think I just prefer my concealer without any brightener or corrector underneath. I don't know why. It doesn't look bad, but I just prefer less layers if I can get away with less layers. And for me, the difference isn't that crazy where I feel justified to do another layer. So those are my initial first thoughts about the Kosas correctors. If you really like a corrector, you'd probably like this one. It was really easy to blend and like it looks good, but yeah, I'm just giving you my raw first impressions. This is kind of a chatty get ready with me video. If you like this kind of video where I'm just kind of like chatting, give it a thumbs up and I'll make more of them. So I think that's kind of all I want to do for creams. So that is always my cue to apply a good layer of setting spray. I'm using my setting spray sandwiching technique, which is my go-to for when I need my makeup to last all day, all night. I talk about this more in depth in my makeup hacks video that I did recently. You guys really loved that video, so if you haven't seen it yet, I'll put it on the screen and I'll also link it down below. I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray as my first layer. I'm just setting my face really well with that. This one kind of melts everything together, and then the next one I'm going to use is more for the longevity and long wearing of my makeup, but I do like to make sure they set down really well before moving on to the next step. Now I'm going in with the One Size On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. This is the one that's going to make our makeup last all night long, so you really want to make sure you get an even coat of this on your entire face, and this one is more matte, less glowy. So we're going to let the skin marinate for a bit. Let's move on to eyes. For eyes, I honestly want things pretty simple and effortless, minimal, if you will. I'm going in with the Makeup by Mario Master Matte's Neutrals palette, and I'm just going to mix a custom crease shade. I'm going to mix these two together right here, and I'm picking that up on a Refer 15 brush, and I'm just applying that to my lid in windshield wiper motions. I'm basically just contouring my eye socket. I don't want this to be too heavy. I want it to look really airbrushed, so I'm going in with a really nice light hand. I'm also just going to take a Refer 03 brush and apply that same color on my lower lash line. So the dress I'm wearing tonight has like shimmery flowers on it, so I wanted to do a little bit of shimmer on the lid. I got these new palettes from Addiction Tokyo. This one is in the shade Urban Serenity, and it is so pretty. I think I want to pick up a little bit of this top corner shade that's just this gorgeous shimmer, and I want to pat it on my lid just using my finger. That is so pretty. It's kind of like a topper, but you could definitely wear this on its own, like how I'm doing. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice with the light that it catches. And I like that it doesn't feel too heavy either. I'm just building that up until I'm happy with it. That looks pretty good to me. I'm going to put a little bit of that shade in the inner corner as well. I love a little bit of inner corner highlight. What about you guys? Is that in or is that out? I think it looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that shimmer. Usually I wear a dark brown eyeliner or even like a kind of lighter brown liner, but tonight I want to do black. So I'm going in with my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Whatever Black, and I'm just drawing a little baby wing on my outer corner. I'm keeping it really close to the lash line, keeping it really nice and thin, and then I'm slightly blending the edges with a angled brush. You really want to keep this very delicate. And then once I have that shape, I'm going to pick up a little bit of black shadow from my Mario palette, and I'm just going to tap that right on top of that liner we applied. This is going to darken it and make it last all night long. I think I'm just going to leave the eyes like so. I just want them to be very minimal. I'm going to apply some individual lashes. These are by Lilac Street. These are in the style Dawn. I have 12mm and 10mm here, so I'm going to apply these off camera just because I'm running a little bit short on time, so I'll be right back. All right, eyes and lashes are done. Let's move on to powdering the face. My secret weapon for under eye powder is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Under Eye Powder. This will make your under eyes last all night and not crease. It's so brightening, it's so lightweight. This is one of the best powders, severely underrated, and linked down below. I'm just using a One Size setting puff and pressing that right into my under eye area. Usually I have to blend out creases under my eyes before setting them, but this combo did not crease, which I'm really actually impressed with. I like to put a little bit of this powder in my smile lines too, just because it's so finely milled. It doesn't like gather in my fine lines and wrinkles. And then for that airbrush kind of effect on the whole face, I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Powder on that same setting puff, and I'm just applying that all over the face. This makes your face look filtered in real life. Okay guys, forgive me, I lied to you earlier. I thought I was going to use the Patrick Ta powder blush that comes in the duo, but I'm actually going to use this one by YSL. This is the Make Me Blush Powder Blush in the shade 44. I just was so drawn to this color, and I feel like it matches the blush really well, the cream blush we have on. So I'm going to pick that up on a Refer 04 brush. Grabbing a clean powder brush and just softening up those edges. I think the color is really pretty. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more glow though. To finish off the look, I'm going to complete my lips. I'm going in with my beloved MAC Whirl lip liner. I just did a video on my favorite lip liners. If you want to watch it, I'll include that on the screen. And in the description, I talk about all my favorite Your Lips But Better lip liners. But for this look, I want to just keep it nice and simple. I'm going to overline my lips slightly on the Cupid's bow and in the center of my lower lip. But I'm keeping this pretty close to my natural lip shape and keeping it pretty natural looking, honestly. I just want my lips to look more defined and a little more plump. Once I have my lips lined, I'm going to apply a layer of the Victoria Beckham Posh lipstick in the shade Spark. This is just a really pretty mauve color and it's very comfortable on the lips. It's kind of sheer, so it can look really soft. I don't like the lipstick that's too opaque. And then to make this a little more nude, I'm going in with MAC Flesh Pot only in the center of my lips, just tapping that in. It's just going to give the dimension of a little bit of fullness and also a bit of a nudie finish. And then of course, finishing off the look with my Cheris Water Gloss. This is my brand. I created this lip gloss. It's made in South Korea in one of the best labs. This is such a quality product. It applies like glass. It's literally like no other lip gloss I've ever tried. And a lot of you have said that as well, which I was really proud to achieve because usually a lip gloss is a lip gloss, but this one is different. The shine is out of this world. It plumps the lips without that burning sensation. It gives you a nice cooling, refreshing feeling, and it goes with any lip combo. Okay, so I think this is the finished makeup look for tonight. I'm gonna go get my hair done and then I guess I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, my hair is done, my dress is on. You guys, this dress is from House of CB. Don't mind the microphone, but how pretty is this dress? I'm gonna try and include like some pictures because I'm gonna take pictures of the whole look and at the event. So if you're curious, I'll put those on the screen now if I have them. I'm so happy with the hair. My friend Genevieve did the hair. I'm gonna put her socials on the screen. So if you live in Vancouver, she's a really talented hair stylist, hair cutter, barber, anything hair, she's amazing at. So yeah, that is who did my hair. And this is the final look. This is like the perfect makeup for a date night or an event, whatever you want. It basically just enhances your features. And I haven't touched up my makeup at all since I got my hair done. It's been a few hours and my makeup looks great. No shininess even under the crazy studio lights. This makeup's gonna last me all night long. If you wanna see more details about the event that I'm going to, I'm gonna probably link it in my Instagram highlights. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I am Benko Beauty. I'm super active on there, so go follow me if you don't. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. It only takes 2 seconds and it really helps me out so much. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.